Hello guys, Lolink here, and tonight we have a viewer build made by Twisted Sega Gamer, or on the YouTube comments, they're Xbox Clown 69, or 89, my bad. Uh, uh, so basically, this is a tactical spam Annette build, and I'm gonna go over it. So, first skill we got is Fury, second skill we got is Defense. Fear is the only good choice, and defense is also a really good choice. So what defense does is each buff on a creature will reduce the amount of damage taken. So one buff, you basically the goal of that skill is to get as many buffs on the creature as possible, which is only 4. So remember, each buff is 7.5% damage resistance, and with all 4 of them, it's 30%. So you want to get all of them on, so they have to waste more ammo on the supply zombies than they not supply zombies, zombies on the than they normally would. It's a really good choice. It honestly is probably one of the next best. Buffs it has its moments, and Viact is it's not bad. I really don't know why people don't use this without the its cringy cousin Ambush. Like, it's not that bad, and I made it work without Ambush. So honestly, guys, just give it a shot or something. But Viact is one of those skills that works in more specific builds. Like, it probably wouldn't work on a build like this, but defense does. And then for our third skill we have is enhancement. Basically, a great increase of creature HP. It's just to make it harder for them to kill. It's a really nice skill. It used to be meh, but then, times have changed with the new meta and everything. And enhancement seems to be looked at as one of her better skills. Ambush has its moments, with and without the act, and Epsilon Strain is definitely one of those skills that are just so annoying to deal with a good dog and liquor build. And yeah, and then for our area cards, we have a tough zombie berserker aura and double tough zombie, toughy boys. So these are really our only good creatures, and you'll see why. And then for our equipment, we have Bioenergy Tank 2, good choice for a spam build, and a Enhanced Brain 3, which honestly, given the only creature card that we have in our deck, which I'll go over very soon, I think this is actually a good choice. But I don't know. I mean, if it's a spam build, I feel like spam builds should at least have one of the bioenergy recharge speed equipment, whether that be miniature reactor, unstable generator, or both. I don't know, man. Yeah, that's just my opinion on that. But and then we have Brazilian Skin 3 and Researcher's Brain. So creature health, obviously, it pairs quite nicely with this skill, so it's a good choice. And we even have some creature movement speed, which is nice. And then for our deck, we have literally one zombie in our deck. So, depending on what preset you're using, I'm going to be using my Imposter Zombie map preset, where I have a bunch of imposter zombies, or, some zombies. I'm going to be using that. You could use any creature preset, really, and even the liquor ones, but I would recommend using something like the Imposter Zombie preset, as it's pretty good. But regardless, since I'm using that, I literally have nothing but Imposter Zombies until I get to the next area where I get another creature card. And then when I get to the third area, I get 2 more creatures that are the same as the area 2 one, except, there's 2, which helps fill up a room. That's not a bad idea. See, we upgrading as we go along. So, in my opinion, that's not a bad idea. But out of all the creatures, why the Imposter Zombie? I don't know. It's not fitting with a theme. I don't know what's the tactical part besides maybe having a tracker mine and immobilizing rounds. But I guess we have Imposter Zombies now. And you know what? If we could get more of this guy, that's fine. But here's the problem what I have with spam builds. It seems that you get more of these and less of this. I don't know, man. I think it's just my luck with the deck, which is why I just don't like spam builds as much as other people do. And then for our other cards, we have Tracker Mine, Immobilizing Rounds, which is another confusing choice. But honestly, depending on how you use it, it can work. And then Enhancing Vapor Regen, Energy Leech, Infection, Berserker, Discount, obviously, Convert Mod Creatures, and Efficiency Mod Creatures. So we also have Ivies, which I don't know about the Ivy thing, because we're not going to, I mean, like I said, more creatures will come when we get to the next area, and we sort of have to rely on, until then, we have to rely on the zombies in our preset to do some shit, and the one imposter zombie that we have. I really don't know why why we have immobilizing rounds. And tracker mine is not a bad idea, but if you want my honest opinion, I really think lockdown trap does is more efficient, just so you can lock down the survivors. Now the thing is, a lot of survivors like to run away from imposter zombies because they could do their 3-hit combo, and there's a slight chance they might even follow it up with a grab without you controlling them. And that's why I think imposter zombies are pretty good. And also, another factor to keep in mind is they don't lose their limbs without regen. They're one of the only zombies, besides the zombie dog and a licker, that don't lose their limbs without regen, and that's incredible, and I like that. That's cool about them, which is why I usually, when I have a creature build, I try to put one in because of that insane ability. It's cool, but you know, we're not using lockdown trap. Honestly, if depending how the matches go, I might say just use the lockdown trap. I'm pretty sure everyone would probably suggest that. I feel like I'm not the only one. But yeah, that's our deck and that's our build. So I'm gonna do like 2 matches of me using this build, and yeah, again, thank you Twisted for this. You know, first impression, interesting choice of skills and cards we have here. So I'll see you guys in the first match.
計算によればあなたの生存率は 32.3333%。 もちろんこの後も3が続くわ。
誰かがここを通れなくしたみたい。もうすぐ通れるから。
それを解くには時間も体力も奪われるわよ。
最初のヒントで行こうか。
手回せん。
くそ。
努力は人類に大きな危険を招いているだけよ。時間を稼がなくては。鍵をかけた。それを使うのを黙って見てると思わないでね。私自身で何とかしないと。このまま進んだとしても必ず こんな怪物を生み出すべきじゃなかった。でも少なくとも今は役に立つ。
何を動かない。きっと見つかるわ。したわ。みんな具合が。ちょっとこれ見てよ。
嫌いだな。まだそんなに何人も生きてるの？いいわ、続けましょう。ここまで来るなんて驚いた。だけどあなたたちを全滅させる。
何個紙がついてるの？これはひどいわ。
残酷ね。でも目的を果たすためには必要ね。
任せて。
ウィリアム、俺は誕生日を忘れてたことへの仕返し。彼に近づくたび、あなたたちが知る我々の力が必要に。
チェック中。
カードキーを取ればいいわ。でもこれで終わりだと思わないでね。
中断切れよ。
自分で何とかするわ。
ごめんなさい。
いつもと同じ結果ね。
俺がいなかったら危ないとこだった。ありがとう。
終わらせるのに必要なものは全て手に入れ
見てみるわ。
ウィリアム、私たちはこの恐ろしい出来事を終わらせないと。時間内に脱出できると思わない。完璧な計画。
That was fucking close. Jesus, there's already a problem with this build, man. Oh, God. I knew it was gonna happen.
予想通りの展開。
4 sprays is such a fucking... man, I told you. Like, I wasn't joking about the whole... You're gonna be spamming, alright. Spamming sprays. Because you're not gonna be spamming what you want to spam of. I can appreciate the idea of having more creatures with each area. That's a good... You know, that's a good idea. That I won't knock it for, but there are many problems it has. I feel like it would have done better if it maybe had a, like... I mean, the tracker mine, I kind of warm up to. The goop gun, I don't really know. It's only good for delay, and depending on how fast they can mash that button, I really don't think it's really worth using. I feel like using something like immobilizing rounds in like a creature-only build would probably work better if you have modified gear 2 in there. But obviously we don't. And I do like, and I hardly got any Ivies out too, so that's another downside. But yeah, I expected that. I might make changes to this build. It's not a bad build, there has to be changes. There needs to be changes. So without further ado, let's head on over to our second match and see how well it does with it. Holy shit. The fucking triple digit team. Jesus. I'll see you guys in the second match.
I'm sorry, I must do this. I'm as trapped on this path as you are. Locking doors. Not lethal by itself, but it should buy me some time. For this task, I believe.
Checking.
Your preparing efforts only place humanity in greater danger.
Everyone feeling better?
Must fix this myself. You are nearly there. I am surprised. I had been prepared for more resistance. There's so much more I must do. But thank you for making this easy for me. Don't worry. This will be over soon. Just as expected.
Okay, so I actually had to try, so you know, I got tired
No
of
more
holding
time,
back,
and
know?
so your end has come.
So I actually went ahead and tried hard, and I picked the wrong fucking team to try hard against. Alright, see, this was probably one of those matches where you go, man, this build is awesome. You know, if I only could get those kind of matches, then I'd probably be proud of myself too. But that doesn't change the fact there are still minor problems to this build. And some of you might point it out in the comments. If I don't point it out, then you probably might be able to point it out in the comments. You know, it's a team effort, alright? We want to make the best we can out of these builds. Alright, it's a team effort. So I'm going to quickly go back in the customization screen and make changes that I feel is very needed. So I'll see you guys in the customization screen real quick. So, what are the changes I made to this build? Well, I want to give my final thoughts on the build. The build itself is and I was able to beat a really good team. However, there's a difference between a good team and a SWAT team. All right, so you're not gonna. It's not like the best build, the best fucking mastermind build in the world can beat SWAT teams, because it's a known fact that 90% of matches SWAT teams to partake, they usually win it. All right, the 10% is usually lag or bullshit builds like Spencer, Terminal Spencer. But even that build could be beaten, just barely though. It's all about timing and having luck on your side, basically, and how well your team can coordinate and do actions. But besides that, this build itself it's not bad. But here are some changes that I feel like that is definitely a must need. So first off, the skills are fine. I think the skills is a good choice. This is your usual run-of-the-mill defense Annette. So the skills is a good choice. All right, the area 2 card is also fine. All right. But you could, it's fine because we could get a tough zombie, and that's where the defense and that really shines with a tough zombie that has a lot of health and now has a 40% damage resistant with all the buffs on it. So that's a good choice. It's a really good. It's a good card. It's a card that you can have a tough zombie without having a tough zombie on your deck. That's what I think about it. And I decided to change the double tough zombie out. Although I feel like it's a good choice, I feel like if you really want regen, because I took regen out in the deck, then use the Liquor Regen Aura so you can have that 4th buff. So now that we don't have 40% damage decrease, which honestly, whether that is a disadvantage, that's totally up to you. But in my opinion, just get the rest of the damage resistant buff in area 3, man. I'm telling you, it works. And then for equipment, everything's the same except for one. I took out Enhancing Brain 3. Honestly, all it does is make the imposter zombies get up really fast. And even then, we're not completely relying on them. I mean, we're relying on them in Area 1, but then when we get to Area 2 and even 3, that's when the card itself loses its, its magic. Because it's barely noticeable unless you have both Enhancing Brain 3 and 2 together. So I replace it with miniature reactors, so to help out with the bioenergy speed. I honestly, if you're gonna have a spam build, you need to at least have one of these equipments, or better yet, both if you can. And then for our deck, I made pretty noticeable changes. All right. So again, you can remove this if you're feeling comfortable with having that tough zombie provide the berserker aura. You can remove this for something like, I don't know, quick draw, or I don't know what I would replace it, but I wouldn't put a gun in there. You could probably put a tracker mine back in if you decide to get rid of berserker aura, because you have a tough zombie berserker aura. Sorry, the berserker vapor. So the imposter zombie is fine. I put a double zombie instead of a tracker mine, and I put a lockdown trap instead of the regen aura. Oh wait, there's another one. Oh, immobilized rounds. I replaced immobilized rounds with lockdown trap. The tracker mine thing is not bad, but the lockdown trap could do so much more for you. It helps secure a room, and also ensures that they can't run away from that imposter zombie horde. Imagine how things could have gone differently if I had a lockdown trap. It would have gone way differently, man. It helps your bioweapon out too. That's another plus. And then I put generator mod small so we get some more bioenergy in. So now it's a 3 mod deck. So we have more bioenergy speed thanks to this equipment and thanks to this mod card. So bioenergy speed is very important with these spam builds. That's the thing I don't really see hardly utilize. A lot of times I see these spam builds just have bioenergy like think of it as a drought. It's like a drought, man. You're not able to spam often. And that's kind of the thing, though. You're spamming alright. You're spamming these vapors, trying to get the creature cards. And that's always been my problem with these spam builds. And as for the double zombie, I put that there because I feel like more creatures on the field would really help. And we're sacrificing our double tough zombies, so we might as well have double zombies to help fill up a room, and also ensure that there's a horde they have to constantly deal with and waste ammo. All right. So again, if you're feeling comfortable with removing this, then I would probably replace it with probably tracker mine, or even decoy trap to help fool them a little bit. But not a mod card, not a gun card. I would never use this card in a creature deck unless I have modified gear too. So you have more time to like get in a creature and start slashing away, as opposed to having without it and having a few seconds, barely a few seconds of time to get some shit done. Not sure if I would fit another creature in. Maybe a dog, but other than that, it's either track of mine or just stick with this because it's not so bad. And honestly, I prefer to just have it on them because it helps the imposter zombies more anyways, because you know they chase and then they get away, they get out of the aura from this dude and they lose the buff. So other than that, yeah. And then you get the full defense buff when you get to area 5 with the regen aura liquor, and that's something I don't mind sacrificing, as a lot of masterminds do. So yeah, that's it. That's the changes. So which one you like more, the original style or the changes I made? Up to you, and it's up to preference. Because a lot of these builds are up to like the player's play style. A lot of these viewer builds that I get, man, I just feel like it doesn't work with my playstyle. So sometimes I just feel like there's changes to make. If I like a build enough and I make changes to it to better fit my playstyle, I think you did a good job with the build. Alright? So yeah, that's it. That's the build. If you like the video, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. I upload daily, so why the hell not? And join the Discord. Be a part of the community. And I hope to see you guys there. And thanks again, Twisted, for this pretty good Annette build. Alright? I appreciate it. Thank you for always being one of the people that gives me viewer builds. It's nice to see that. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
If they can read, maybe they're smart enough to surrender. Yeah, right.